Every day in 2026, 19,000 children are being forced to flee their homes. That is the equivalent of hundreds of school buses filled with children running for their lives every 24 hours. UNICEF just reported this staggering reality in Lebanon alone, where over 370,000 children were uprooted in just 3 weeks. But while these children pay with their futures, someone else is footing the bill for the weapons that displace them, and it's likely you. Let me explain the math of modern endless war. By the end of 2026, global defense spending is projected to hit an all-time high of $2.6 trillion. The U.S. alone is front-loading its budget through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, pushing defense spending past the $1 trillion mark for the first time. Where does this money come from? Governments don't just have trillions of dollars sitting around, they borrow it. By issuing record-breaking amounts of national debt, governments are effectively selling our future labor to fund today's high-tech munitions. To keep this cycle going, central banks maintain a system where your savings are the collateral. When the US or NATO raises spending targets to 5% of GDP, it triggers a massive reshuffle of global wealth. Private capital is being vacuumed out of peacetime sectors like education and healthcare and injected into the defense industrial base. Defense contractors and war tech startups are seeing stock prices surge by 400% or more, effectively turning global tax dollars into private dividends. And here is the hidden mechanism. As governments print and borrow to pay for these endless contracts, they trigger war risk inflation. This is a global surcharge on everything you buy, from fuel to food. So while the headlines focus on the kinetic war on the ground, the financial war is happening in your bank account. The 19,000 children displaced every day are the human cost, but the economic cost is being socialized across the entire planet. The global population is essentially subsidizing the destruction of infrastructure they will eventually have to pay to rebuild. We are living in an era where war is no longer a political failure but a highly profitable financial product. The business of war requires 19,000 new displacements every day to justify a $2.6 trillion industry who is actually in control of the peace. That's the reality they don't want you to calculate. Follow or subscribe for the data they won't show you on the news. If your own children's future is being used as collateral for a war you didn't vote for, at what price does your silence finally become too expensive?